Hello, my dear student. Today I will teach you design of square footing for column, pad footing. For RCC column, normally isolated footing are provided because the design and construction of such footing is simple and economical. The isolated footing for column may be pad footing or slope footing. The footing may be axially loaded or eccentrically loaded. In this topic, we will study axially loaded pad footing. There are two types of column footing, pad footing and slope footing. The size of footing depends upon the bearing capacity of soil. Bearing capacity of soil. The load on unit area below footing shall be less than the bearing capacity of soil to prevent settlement of footing. So, I will show you how to design an isolated square footing. Here data is given, column size 400 mm to 400 mm. Axial load is given 800 kilonewton. Concrete grade M20, Fe 250 for steel, and bearing capacity of soil is 120 kilonewton per square meter. So first of all we will find the size of footing. Here load is given 800 kilonewton. Total load will be, adding 10% dead load, 80 kilonewton. Total will be 880 kilonewton. So size of square footing means area of square footing will be 880 upon bearing capacity of soil will be 7.33 square meter. Therefore size of footing will be 2.7 meter, which is you can see in the sheet. Now upward pressure P. P will be factor load upon area of footing. Factor load will be 1.5 times of axial load. 1.5 into 800 upon area of footing will be 164.61 kilonewton per square meter. Now third step, bending moment mu. Bending moment generally taken for critical section is taken on the face of the column. Therefore Bm will be WL square by 2. So W will be P into width of footing. P is equal to 164 into 0.61 into 2.7, which is equal to 444.45 kilonewton per meter. That is the weight per meter. Now fourth step D, depth of footing. So depth of footing, now mu is equal to WL square by 2. W is equal to 444.45 into 1.15 square by 2 will be 293.89 kilonewton into meter. Now fourth step we find depth of footing. Refer the code SV16, page number 10, table number C. For Fy 250 Newton per mm square, mu limit will be equal to 0.148 FCKBD square. Using this formula, we will find D is equal to 191.76 mm. Therefore, footing depth will be taken 2 to 2.5 times for shear force. So we provide D is equal to 500 mm. Effective depth. Now assume In footing, we will provide 10 mm diameter of bar. Therefore, total depth of the footing will be 500 plus half diameter of 10 mm plus 10 mm plus clear cover. Clear cover will be taken 50 mm. So total depth will be 565. In figure you can see capital D is equal to 565 and effective depth equal to 500. Now step 5th, reinforcement. Referring episode 16 and page number 48, table number 2, mu upon BD square will be equal to 0.435. Now for FCK 20, Fy 250 Newton per mm square, percentage of steel PT will be 0.207, which is less than 0.34, that is minimum. So for Fy 250 Newton per mm square, we have to take minimum PT is equal to 0.34 percentage. So area of steel required for footing AST will be 0.34 upon 100 into length of the footing, that means 2700 mm into 500. So far we get 4590 mm square. Therefore provide using the code SP SOD page number 229, 15 number of bar, 20 mm diameter, area will be 4712 mm square, which is more than requirement. Now check for cracking. Clear distance between two bar will be 270 minus two side cover 50-50, 100 minus 20 upon 14. Why 14? Because bar number 50, hence spacing will be 1 less. 15 minus 1, which is equal to 14. So for X will be 184, and which is should not be more than 300. Here it is 184, therefore it is okay. Now check for one-way shear. For one-way shear, critical section is taken at D distance D from the face of the column. So shear force Vu is equal to SF on hatched area. Shear force on hatched area. P into hatched area. P is equal to 164.61 into hatched area will be 2.7 into 0.65. V is equal to 288.9 kilonewton. Now, after finding the Vu, we will find nominal shear stress tau V. Tau V is equal to Vu upon B into D. B width of the footing and D is the effective depth. Hence, we will get 0.214 Newton per mm square. That is nominal shear stress. Using IS 456 2000, page number 72. Now PT will be 100 EST upon BD. 100 EST we have taken 4712 upon B into D. 2700 into 2770 will be 0.35 percentage. For Fy 250 and for FCK 220 Newton per mm square, tau C 0.408 Newton per mm square, which is design's shear stress in concrete which is less than, which is more than nominal shear stress, hence it is okay. Now check for two-way shear. Now critical section for two-way shear which is taken at distance 0.5 d from the face of the column. So here B0, that is length of critical section, will be 4b dash, and b dash will be 400 plus 250 plus 250 into 4 psi is equal to 3600 mm. So far, view shear force will be P into hatched area. P is equal to 164 into 1 into hatched area will be 2.7 square minus 0.9 square, which is equal to 1066.67 kilonewton. Now tau V बराबर VU upon B into D. VU is equal to 1066.67 upon 36,000 into 500 will be equal to 0.592 Newton per mm square. Now tau dash C, which is equal to Ks into tau C. But for square column, Ks taken as 1. Therefore, tau C is equal to 0.25 root FCK will be 1.1 Newton per mm square. Therefore, tau dash C, which is equal to Ks into tau C, 1 into 1.11, which is equal to 1.11 Newton per mm square. Here, tau V is less than tau dash C. Therefore, our footing is safe in two-way shear, as well our footing is safe in one-way shear.